When Jean Paul LaPierre saw a man robbing CTA riders on their way to the Chicago Marathon, he didn't sit idly by.
Get down! Get down on the ground!
Look close. That's a gun LaPierre took away from the robber in red. This all started as a train was stopped at Cumberland and riders were rushing for the doors.
He said, this doesn't seem the right way. He says, no, there's a guy on the train with a gun walking around right now robbing people. So that kind of made me mad.
He went back on the train and confronted the man entirely on his own. The confrontation caused concern among some passengers.
Please don't make this any worse.
Okay,
Please.
you give me a police officer right now.
LaPierre asked for help handling the gun.
Put the safety on that gun right here.
Honey, I have no idea how to do that. Don't even have to help
Somebody put the safety on that gun. I'm a boxer, I'll break your head in one punch.
Just a few hours later, and after finishing the marathon himself, LaPierre told our Shannon Halligan the alleged robber had friends on the train.
They started threatening me, but I just stood stern-faced, and the guy kept saying to me, it's just the gun, let me go, and I kept telling him, you're not going anywhere.
No, I don't give a
A marathon runner who was threatened moments earlier and provided this video to WGN says she's thankful LaPierre was there. He didn't hesitate to step in at all. It was incredible to see because everyone else just sat there frozen.
Incredible video shows a good Samaritan come flying in with a kick to take down a violent transient. Take another look. The transient is holding a piece of plywood with a metal nail in it. Turns out he had just used it in an unprovoked attack on an innocent man walking his dog. He tries to use it again on the bystander, but gets knocked down instead. He would then be chased and taken down by several other Good Samaritans.
And I guess I just had that opportunity, and God put me in the right place at the right time to prevent it from happening.
Operations manager and Crown Wash Express store owner Jay Johnson is counting his blessings after a very spooky life-saving encounter on Friday. Johnson says he was standing at the front door of his store located on Kings Highway in the city of St. Louis when he noticed 5 teens running at a very fast pace toward his store.
I couldn't tell if they were running just running normal or if something was going on until they got about halfway across the lot.
The incident was captured on surveillance video. As teens got closer to the door, that's when Johnson noticed one of the teens was being chased by 4 other teens and knew it was a cry for help.
As the gentleman got close to the front door, he looked debating, like he was looking in my eyes, deciding whether he wanted to run in the store or you keep on trying to run to get away. And I held the door open and let him in and blocked the doorway from the other 4 guys who were chasing him. And all I kept thinking about was how I had my own 16-year-old son at home, and I'd hate to see something happen to him.
We'll follow him as long as we can until we see a deputy. But he's gonna kill somebody, I swear. This guy is all over.
As this white sedan swerved through traffic lanes on Bayshore Road.
And he's gonna hit a curb. He's done for now. He's gone!
It ramped up over curbs, onto sidewalks, and eventually the unthinkable.
And he's getting on 75.
What is he doing? He's getting on 75.
Yeah, stop him. Do not let him. Get in front of him. Get in front of him and hit the brakes.
Witnesses filming the scene knew the worst was yet to come.
Oh my God!
The car slammed into the side of the interstate bridge high above the Caloosahatchee River and barely missed colliding with other drivers.
The truck is stopping. The truck is riding beside him. You stay on this side of him.
Witnesses filming the video decided to take matters into their own hands.
The brakes. Get in front and hit the brakes to stop it. Oh my God! Oh!
They stopped Brittany Sharp with their own car. Then police arrived to arrest her.
Dramatic video as a man and his wife get into a high-speed chase with a suspected child kidnapper.
He just blew through a red light.
He's blowing through red lights.
He just started blowing through every single red light.
It started when this 11-year-old girl was abducted on her way home after getting off the school bus in Springfield, Massachusetts. The surveillance camera caught a blue Honda following her. A statewide Amber Alert was issued. On Twitter, cops ask everyone to be on the lookout for the blue Honda.
Yeah, it's him.
They're certain they've spotted the suspect.
They're doing 100 miles an hour.
I said, yo, babe, that's that car.
Benny Correa and his wife Amanda Disley say they got close enough to see the face of the hoodie-wearing driver.
I saw his complete face. He threw the hood back over his face.
They call 911 and give police all the info.
I'm at Homestead Ave. They're trying to lose me. They're trying to ditch me. The kidnapper.
There's a kidnapper.
Yep.
State troopers at a highway work zone on the Massachusetts Turnpike funneled all traffic into a single lane. And when traffic came to a crawl, they spotted the car.
You want to just grab them right here? We'll stop them.
Little Charlotte Moshe was found safe in the back seat.
A woman, you see her there, gets onto an elevator with her Pomeranian still on a leash. The door is suddenly closed before the dog steps in. The elevator starts to go up. Another man, Johnny Mathis, sees what's happening, rushes over to free the dog by unhooking it from the leash. He says the woman was screaming in the elevator, thinking the worst. We're happy to report the dog is okay. Johnny says when the woman came back down, she could not stop crying and hugging him, and we understand why.
Thank goodness he was there.
Ooh, my
goodness. Oh my gosh, that could have been awful.
Oh no.
Bill would have been long gone with 7-year-old Raquel. It took hours, but two men finally listened to their instincts.
Help me! You're not like that! Someone 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 help me!
TV. Cops right there. Cops right there. Good job.
She was saying, stop, someone help me, she's not my dad, he's not my dad, and I was like, first I thought she was being a little disobedient, but then you weren't saying nothing, so I was like, we gotta stop this guy.
They parked the car and I just ran over to get him. Yeah, I was gonna take him down, man. Yeah, it wasn't gonna happen.
And I gotta tell you, all you guys were good. You spread out. Yeah, I wasn't getting away. No, you guys weren't letting the bad guy go anywhere.
That was amazing. I actually had tears in my eyes, but
were sharing Doritos when Noah started choking on one.
He just started turning real pale, and then he was like blue.
Surveillance video shows 9-year-old Madeline running to get help.
She went running to the counter to where that man was and said that my brother's in trouble. And he just came running back and he unbuckled that stroller and took my son right out.
Graham says the man put Noah over his knee and started slapping him on the back.
The chips came out and everything else came out with it, and the lady was saying that he was breathing, he was crying, that he's okay.
Graham was so shaken up by what happened, she rushed Noah into the bathroom to clean him up, but when she came back into the subway, the man who had saved him was gone. Wanting to thank him properly and offer to pay for his dry cleaning, Graham turned to Facebook to try to find the man. Her post has been shared thousands of times.
I come out of the library, I heard police.
Police, get off the ground!
I figured, okay, this is a chase.
God! Get off the ground! Get off the ground!
I saw who you guys were chasing, and I could see that he was holding something in his waistband while he was running from you guys, but he had a pretty good lead on your closest officer just coming my way, so I got in his way to slow him down so you guys could get him. And I know once he got to the building, he's going to have to go left or right, and if he went to the right, he's going to run straight into the police. If he went to the left, he was coming by me. I heard him hit, and then the gun went sliding out. He went one way and the gun went another, and then he went after to try to retrieve the gun as fast as he could, and that's when I ducked out of the way.
It was a sight worth stopping for. 3 young men helping an elderly couple struggling to get to their car.
Take it easy, y'all.
Sheriff's Deputy Kenesha Carnegie was driving by at the time.
As I was sitting there, I looked to my left and I noticed these young men helping this elderly couple. So I went over to assist them. I jumped out my truck, I went over to assist them, and when I got there, they kind of had it under control, you know, so I thought at the time they looked really beautiful.
Watch as they carefully lift 89-year-old Rose Grease into her car. Rose's 100-year-old husband David stands nearby. The men don't leave until they make sure the couple is safely inside.
Thank you so much, brother. No problem, bro. I'm 100 years old.
Yeah, 100 years old? Yeah. Still okay. That's good.
Thank you.
This is the gripping moment that made a bus driver hit the brakes. A tiny baby toddling down the side of a freeway overpass all alone, barefoot in the freezing cold. The driver's shock and instant reaction caught on camera. In this just-released video, Milwaukee bus driver Irina Ivich stops to chase after an 8-month-old baby girl with just a onesie and a diaper on. Ivich scoops her up, keeps her from running into oncoming traffic, and then races her back to the bus, the frightened child crying in her arms. The passengers on board the bus stunned as Ivich gets back on, holding that baby.
Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm shaking.
Oh, I am too.
Oh my God. I was so upset, and I couldn't believe that somebody can left a child on the street.
One of the passengers gives up her coat to the barely dressed child, who officials say was cold to the touch. By the time police arrive, the baby is fast asleep in the bus driver's arms.
After finding 67-year-old Belinda Whitaker stranded in her broken-down wheelchair on his way to the gym, Belial Quintine simply started pushing.
What told you she needs my help?
You're the first person to ever ask me that. I guess just intuition. I just asked her, do you need any help? And she needed it, and I just jumped right to it.
It wasn't the workout the 24-year-old boxer expected. He was frustrated by motorists and pedestrians just passing by.
I don't care what you're going through. When God calls you for help, you're supposed to help, period.
Were you thinking to yourself, man, his mother raised him right?
That's for sure. He acted like he was one of my sons or something.
Bearing the Georgia heat, Quintine delivered Whitaker home 30 minutes later.
Good Samaritans leap into raging floodwaters to save a family trapped in an overturned truck.
I need a knife! A sharp knife! Come on!
As more people rush to help, they make this shocking discovery.
We got a baby! Call 911! Baby!
A baby boy, his 2-year-old sister, and their dad are drowning.
Oh my God, it's a baby!
Their truck went into the water as a monster tornado bore down on Myrtle Springs, Texas, outside Dallas on Sunday. The rescuers frantically try to rip open the doors. Suddenly,
give me the baby! Give me the baby!
There's the baby boy, and he's not breathing.
Bring the baby right here!
Moments later, his 2-year-old sister is rescued, still strapped in her car seat. She's not breathing either.
Blowing them out!
Here's what happened next. The guy shooting the video, Tom Mitchell, put his cell phone in his pocket and began administering CPR. That's why the video is jumpy.
Hi, baby, come on. Baby. Come on, baby.
A woman is praying alongside him.
In the name of Jesus.
Then just seconds later,
she is breathing. She is breathing. There she goes.